There you go. Man, obviously it's shady right now. Man, I already told you. Because I guess his power is glitched and says he gets every team cam. Yeah, I guess. That's a W. Sermon and Javon Curse.
Between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still
looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Or don't fall back.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action this time with Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now Love. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They go play action here. Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
What?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Love, they go play action now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Yeah, Whitehead.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping.
Calvin.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers' 2-yard line.
Mon looks to throw. Being chased, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kellen Mond with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
First down, Love to pass. He'll check this down to Johnson. Not much there, only a yard. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking to throw again on second down. Love. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake, Mond. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Mond out of the shotgun.
Oh.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing. Love. They try to find Sharp, but it's intercepted.
He want to retire, he said.
Picked off
He want to
by
retire.
linebacker
The man want to retire.
And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. Mon now off of play action. He's going to float.
No, I think a pump fake.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Love now to pass on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Love from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Mon going to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Flush to his right.
Oh my God, I gotta stop him.
I
gotta stop him. Oh my God.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around.
We'll see what they do.
Play wasn't
A
okay.
deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Third and 2. Love with it. And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Now Mon. Eluding the pressure right. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers, it's not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. The last run good for 2. Here's second.
Cole.
What?
Trying to run 2K?
Yeah, I'm gonna mail the Madden game. Hang on. I gotta run grab my mom dinner real quick up the street, but or not.
You gotta what? Go to the street?
No, my mom wants millions, so I'm going to millions.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Shreds the tackle. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He's been terrific here this afternoon.
And he watched my share scram, so.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And you're my good luck child, so I gotta have you watch the share scram. Let me watch it. I started doing it, and you watch it.
Did you see the level 40 reward in 2K?
Yeah, Tiger.
There's a go-kart at level 30 though.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs
into
it
level 30, is
right
it?
around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Pretty sure the first season the level 40 reward was a go-kart.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push
I'm already, what am I, level 5? I gained like 5, level 4. I gained 3 levels off of me.
Very, very
what?
manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job
Yeah.
on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something
I got a fucking
right
A, that shit helped.
You actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy
Yeah, so look at back in the
of course.
I can figure that
One
out.
team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did
No more fall, guys.
Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Shit was rough. Actually, I did win one.
Down gets him a couple up to
You're
the
nice.
27. Well, you know, this club,
Yeah, first game back.
reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this.
You really downloaded that game again?
Unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy.
That's like the only game he fucking has.
Whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD,
Right,
had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
I don't
Well,
know.
you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources.
Is this a franchise?
But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still going to be a playoff team this year.
Yeah, I'm having a rough game.
We bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get
Don't
on
mess
board.
that one.
Inside
Packers are pretty
to
tough.
Go, third quarter.
The 1 seed for a reason.
Here's Mon. And this
Well, you're
complete
free.
to Smith. And he's brought down.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure they still have most of them. Do you still have Rodgers?
No, he's a Steeler.
And they're off to a fast start here.
So the
Start involved.
14 yards
Fuck.
actually takes him from 140
Well, all do trade them whenever.
for
They're a
first
bunch
and
of trades.
10. Here's Mon. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football.
On, every hit.
The Viking was able to corral this one, and
Damn,
Minnesota will
bagged.
take possession. So possession
everything I
still
want.
theirs, but now they face a third down.
This is good. Jefferson, Washington.
Back to throw.
Galvin. Go, Galvin.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
No. Go.
Dalvin Cook.
Oh my God.
Touchdown on
I
the
almost
year.
did.
And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
That's Palomar time right here.
The Vikings leave the
Andy,
offense on the
Helen
field
Mond,
as they're
show
going
right
to
here.
line up and go
Ready?
for two.
Keep your hand touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it.
Damn.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a three-point game, but instead it'll stay at one.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up two, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead.
Little crash,
so go for two here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second and a couple.
But
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know.
I wish fucking Spartacus was out.
Gotta get more help.
What?
Obviously one that should have been
Outside of me?
They gotta find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Game Pass, the PlayStation Game
And
Pass,
that leads to a new set of downs for this offense.
something like
First and
that.
10.
It's on spring, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
Love now.
They announced it a month or two ago. Oh
He's
boy.
going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it
They announced it like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I thought it was spring of 2022.
Likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and
No
that
idea.
is less than
You gonna buy that?
It is because just about
Am
any
I?
offense that has an
Yeah.
elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man
I
coverage,
mean, they got
you're
good
going
games
to
on there.
even if
I'm
he
assuming
has
that
an
at the
elite
very beginning they're
defender
gonna have
on
some
him,
pretty
because
nice
he
games,
usually
so
knows where the ball
a
is
bunch of people
before
buy
the
it.
defender does.
Well, it says that PS1, PS2, and
On the
PS3
ground
games on
for
there.
him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last
sure they'll have, like,
run.
new
Here's
games on
second
there.
and a couple.
If it's like the Xbox Game Pass, they be putting like brand new
Looking out
games
of
on
the
there
gun.
sometimes.
Love.
Like fucking
Looking left side, and he's got him in.
put
That's
MLB
Smith.
on there when it first
And this
came
is
out.
going to turn into
Put some
another
other
first
shit.
I'd get that. That'd be
tackle is
smooth.
made at the Vikings'
I'd do it for a
20-yard
few
line.
games.
I think they did it just because that was the first time it was on Xbox.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Competitive
Big fellas stuffed that
multiplayer.
one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a
Injustice.
priority because you can't move up to the next level.
Ratchet and
if you don't take
Clank.
care of him first.
Ain't no way somebody playing online.
On second and 9, Love. Looking sideline, incomplete.
From the snap, he
Well,
certainly
come on.
looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his
Come on,
attention
go.
elsewhere to no avail.
It's really just a fourth field goal.
On third down, Love.
Hold on, throw me.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow.
I don't know if we scored a touchdown, Andy. I feel like it took 4 straight field goals, 5 straight field goals.
They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And
I
his
don't know.
kick here is good. And with that, the lead
I don't know, but
changes hands here in this third
It's
quarter.
fixed.
So it's another field goal.
Yeah, I cannot lose
He
it due
may
to
need
pick
ice his
straight
leg
field goals.
after
There's no
this one.
way.
It's now 5 field goals converted.
Yeah,
in this
5
game.
field goals.
Pretty good.
Get the trainer. They're going to need this guy.
Yeah, I'm
and
playing
hit
there.
every
Yeah, I'll
single
get
one
off.
of the
Fucking
field goals
working.
he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a
It's
win,
working.
I say he
I
gets
think
a
they won
game
the ball
ball.
more. I keep trying to
Here
fuck
are the
with the count as
Vikings
well.
now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not
Come on,
just that.
block,
They
block,
had a
block.
great air attack going.
Go
Did they
down.
stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory,
You know what's gonna be smooth is when they have a PS5 UFC game.
Hell yeah, I hope they have a fight night.
And that was amazing
Something.
because
That shit's gonna look so smooth.
no adjustments
Oh, I know.
and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So
You got UFC, don't you?
plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it
UFC 4.
No one ever.
They go play
Yeah,
action
that's
here.
PS4 though.
Completes it to the fullback Ham. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
How do I look at the ball?
First down, here's the
I
run
want
with
to
Cook.
push on him.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries
Yeah,
as he
what's 5
has,
yards?
but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Now Cook running right.
Block right.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time.
Yes,
on the
thirsty.
option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it
See
inside.
Kanye song week?
Steady gain.
Andy? Oh, it's on Twitter.
Mon to
Hey,
the
let's
air
do
on
it.
1st and 10.
God, listen to us. I'm out.
Hit as he throws there.
I gotta get the game in the stream.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage,
Fuck
unable
off,
to keep
bud.
people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Let's go all day. Oh,
He's
get all
got
that for
Smith here.
lost 2 yards.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now
Nice.
they deal with 3rd and 11.
Beautiful.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
Oh, see him.
And this pass broken up.
All right, Andy's coming down my defense.
Excellent coverage there on
6
3rd
field goals beat
down,
me.
as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows
I'm
how
down bad.
difficult
This
it
is
is to
horrendous.
pick
This
apart
might
his
work
own
in Madden,
defense.
but
These guys are sitting back and they're not
I'm giving a fucking forward and it's fucking all up.
the eyes of the quarterback, and when he
It's wide open.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well.
Can't lose
And
Green Bay,
kudos
Andy.
to
It's just
you.
an unwritten
You
rule.
didn't jinx him.
You gotta beat Green Bay whenever we play. You just have to.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount
Ken's
of
going to
time
retire.
in this
He's
fourth
playing that.
quarter,
Oh, he's
but
mine.
this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball
Ken
game.
is going to retire
They'll
on me,
lose
Seth.
a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Love. Looking here for Smith
God.
downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Yeah, I'm done.
Packers.
I forgot.
And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it.
Wow.
Mission
Whoa.
accomplished.
He's got the ball. Can't lie. He's really going to trust the defense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point
All right,
game.
Andy. Lower top. That's crazy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Go Kenny, go Kenny, go Kenny, go
Lunger
Kenny.
now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get
Hey,
him
Kenny
down
wanted
at about
the
the
ball. I gotta
17-yard
figure him out.
line.
Shut up, Colton. No one cares a fuck. You're a god.
The
I'm
Minnesota
losing a
offense about ready to
Not
get
Christmas.
this next
Fucking
drive underway.
Packers.
And they will be looking to answer the
I wanna talk
touchdown
about
their
it.
defense just surrendered. Still a good
Go
chunk
Kellen.
of
Go
time
Kellen.
remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to
Go
regain
Kellen.
the lead in a tight one. Well, there you go.
boy.
Save your best scramble of the day
That's
for
my
a
problem. I'm not
big-time
running enough.
situation in the fourth quarter. Picking up
Gotta
the
get it more
first.
comfortable.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did,
Can't wait to
although
run
you and I
that far.
both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the
Walden?
pocket and go.
What's going
He'll
on?
be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We're watching him drive
Bro,
for what
Colton,
would be a
I don't
go-ahead
care.
touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big play there for Minnesota. From the gun, here's Mon. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Draymond Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Colton, I really don't care if you win the lab. Come on. We gotta get him that one. Come on, Delvin. Push.
A 10th carry in the game
Delvin.
for Cook.
Delvin, let's
Will
go.
take this one into the end zone for a Viking
right.
touchdown.
Defense, Andy.
Delvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
Defense.
And if the
We need
Vikings
it.
can take care of business
All of
on
it.
the extra point, they will have the lead.
Damn, must be a free.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
You get that. You get that.
Now Love. Able to connect with Chark. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Love. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Love.
What?
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Love looking to throw. Full side complete. That's Bishop. And
That's got to jump.
Turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made.
No way to jump that. Working.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football.
No way, Andy. I'd focus. I really lost him that 7
we
over.
get a timeout
Unless he
call.
misses
So
his
now
ice.
this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. from the
He's
left
not missing.
hash.
That's all he's fucking kick. That's all he knows.
And his kick is good.
Oh.
And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I hope you're shaking like a
One
leaf,
prayer.
and I wasn't the one who had to make
One
that
prayer.
kick.
They look
And
calm,
Telemon's
but I bet
hands.
if you had a heart rate monitor on him,
Telemon's
he'd be up in the
hands.
300s right now. Here are
There's
the
no way he's getting it
Vikings
that
now
far.
to start their next
Never know.
drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be
Yeah, we
some
gotta
sort
block
of
it.
Hail Mary, throwing it towards the
Give me
end
a
zone
prayer.
and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015.
Packer pressure, and down
I am
he
ready.
goes. Well, we saw a close game.
Why do I? Why did I just get kicked out of this? Cole, where the fuck did you go?
I mean, like, Chicago, like